Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be testing the RTX 5080 ZOTAC Amp Infinity card. We're going to be playing CYBERPUNK 2077. I'm going to be pairing it with the Ryzen 9800X 3D. We're going to be running 32GB of DDR5, 6000 MHz RAM. Here's how the GPU looks inside of the ASUS Hyperion case. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so we're starting it in 4K. We got no frame generation, no DLSS, no RT. Raw performance here, guys. High settings, ultra settings, everything's on max here. Let me restart the counter here. Okay, so we're getting around 40 FPS, which is... It's not really ideal, is it, guys, for a 5080 here, but... It is, it is what it is, 45. It is the most intense area in the game, though, so... You're going to see a bit more FPS in, you know, in the main city area of the game, so... Here is just, you know, the Dogtown area, so it's just really intense, but... I think... Outside of Dogtown, you're going to probably see somewhere close to like 60, 55 FPS. So it's still not ideal for a 5080, but that's what we're dealing with right now. So what can you do, guys? Using 10 gigabytes of VRAM here, 340 watts, getting chugged down. FPS is dropping a little bit below here, 40. So it's not really a nice gameplay here for me. I'm not gonna lie, it just feels really laggy, but we are just having a look here on the raw performance. I know you guys don't like really using like all this DLSS and frame generation stuff, so I'm just testing the raw performance to show you guys. But it's not really something I'm happy about, to be honest. Card this price, I'm not really happy about this performance. Sadly gonna have to use that DLSS to get the game going and feeling better. I'm going to put some DLSS on quickly. Let's have a look here. I've done this video as well yesterday, guys, but sadly, I had some issues with DLSS, and when I was putting ×4 in frame gen, it literally just didn't change the performance at all, so I'm redoing the whole video again. Hopefully everything's working perfectly as it should. I think it is. Okay, so after enabling DLSS on quality here, guys, we have the transformer mode on. DLSS on quality, no frame gen at the moment, ray tracing, everything's on ultra 4K. And we are seeing 70 FPS here, guys, which is, you know, it's not the best, but it's still not too bad, you know. But this hasn't changed from the video that I was making yesterday. It's just, it is a bit better than it was, but as you guys can see, I'm going to zoom in on the thing here for you guys. When I'm editing the video, but it's just really shimmery and you can really see it. I don't know why. I've noticed that before when I was recording. Without ray tracing, it was really shimmery. It's not as bad as it was yesterday when I was recording, but it's still pretty bad. Nah, to be honest, in this area, it's really bad. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys on the thing. It's horrible. Honestly, horrible. I don't know what is going on. Let me know in the comments below, guys, if you know why this is happening, because... Watch, when I turn ray tracing on later, it's just gonna disappear. So I don't know what that is, but if you guys know anything about it, please let me know, because I'm really interested to know what's going on with this. But yeah, we're using 9.5 gigs of VRAM here. Nothing too crazy here. 16 gigabytes of system RAM. But yeah, guys, like I said before, it's just the most intense area in the game, so you're gonna see way more FPS outside of Dogtown. Okay, I think I'm gonna put some ray tracing on, guys. Let's have a little look here what this card can do with DLSS on quality and ray tracing on. Like, I feel like we're gonna hit like 40 FPS here or something. So okay, so it basically runs like it was running with native, about there anyway. I mean, a little bit better than when it was in native. As you guys can see, that shimmering has basically gone away. I mean, you can see a little bit of it, but it's really, like, it's still bad, but it's not as bad as it was before. It's a lot better than it was before. It does happen a little bit, though. But as you guys can see, it's not shimmering as much as it was before. So, for some reason, ray tracing in this game fixes the shimmering, which I've never seen before in a game. Like, I've never seen ray tracing fix shimmering, so... If you guys know anything about it, Jenny, please let me know in the comments below, because I've never seen anything like it. Honestly, like, the shimmering basically gone away with ray tracing being enabled. Just makes no sense at all, but I'm just blown away, honestly, to even see that, to even tell you guys that, but it's crazy. Ray tracing makes shiver and go away. Yeah, we're using the 12.5 gigabytes of VRAM here. Pulling 360 watts here, guys. Quite a bit there. I'm not gonna lie, it's pulling quite a bit of power here. Surprisingly. I think I'm gonna put some frame gen on real quick. Hold on, let me park up here. Alright guys, so we're back now. I've restarted the game. Still in 4K. Transformer mode on. Just for a model on. And quality on here. We've got frame gen ×2 on. We still got ray tracing on. I'm not putting path tracing on for the time being. We're gonna put it on in a minute. I'm just first of all gonna just test ×2 and ×3 and ×4. What FPS you gain and if the image just looks a bit different or not. And yeah, ultra settings here, guys. Alright, let me restart the FPS thing here. Okay, so we're getting 100 FPS now. So it's starting to feel really smooth now. I'm not gonna lie. It feels, I would say it feels great actually. I don't feel delayed, to be honest. Like, it feels really good, to be honest, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it just feels smooth. It just feels good. I personally like using frame gen. I don't know about you guys. Like, I mean, I keep seeing the comments, oh, I don't use frame gen and all that, but guys, we are paying for these features. I know you guys don't like using them, but at the end of the day, we are paying for these features when we buy these cards, so it's better to use them, you know, like, just use them if you can. Because these cards are they're just not powerful enough, as you guys can see with these settings, to like, you know, under 60 FPS most of the time if we want to play. We need to use these features, sadly. Like, it is what it is now, so. But we're getting like 86 here, so this seems to be a bit more intense than over there it was. But yeah, guys, outside of Dogtown, you're probably going to see around 100, 110 FPS, so it's not too bad actually. It's pretty playable. Like I said before, I do like having frame gen on. It just makes the game feel way smoother, and it's just a decent experience, to be honest. So it's just sad that on a card this price you need to use it, but it is what it is, guys, isn't it? So we're using 15 gigabytes of VRAM, which is really getting close to that 16 gigabytes that we have available on this card. I'm going to quickly put times... I think I'm just going to put ×4 straight. I don't want to test ×3. So I have it on ×4 frame gen now. The same exact settings as before. Quality on. Ray tracing on and everything. Ultra. Still we don't have path tracing on, so we're going to put that in a minute. So, alright, we're getting 170 FPS, guys, now. Okay. 170 FPS. I know it's fake frames, but... And also, I don't know why it says we're dropping to 37 FPS. When I move my mouse, I really don't feel it. Let me restart the thing again. But it still says we're dropping to 40s here. I don't really know why, but... Jenny doesn't feel like we are, guys, so... Either something's wrong with that, or I don't know. But we're using... For some reason, we're using less VRAM. A little bit less. I mean, it's not... Oh, it's climbing up slowly now, but... It's still around 15 gigs, so it's nothing lower than it was before that much, so... Yeah, 170 FPS though. It feels really smooth now, guys, I have to say. I'm playing on a 240 Hz OLED 4K monitor, so... For me, it just feels really good now, honestly. Like, getting up nearly 200 FPS there, it feels really smooth. This area seems to be really intense. We dropped like 20 FPS from what we had before. Wow, really intense area here. Also, if you're running, guys, you're probably going to get like 5-10 FPS more as well, because when you're driving a car, it has to render everything so much faster, so, you know, it just drops the performance a little bit, but when you're running around, you should see a bit more FPS than we are seeing here. 360 watts nearly used there. Quite a bit, to be honest, I have to say. Yeah, this card likes to put a bit of power, I have to say that. Crazy. Alright, I think we're going to pop some path tracing on, guys. What do you guys think? Oh, I had a little lag there. Alright, let me show you the settings again. So, quality, frame duration ×4, transformer model on, ultra settings, and the normal ray tracing is on as well. Alright, there you go. So, we lost about... I mean, it depends on the area here, but we lost about like 20, 30... Even up to 50 FPS here putting on path tracing, so it's quite a bit of a drop here, to be honest. But path tracing is just really hard on your GPU, guys. So if you want to get more frames, just don't put path tracing on. What the hell are they doing, man? Trying to do a benchmark here, they're just driving into me. Yeah, we're getting around 120 FPS, so it's actually, guys, it generally does feel good. Like, I remember seeing the videos on this ×4 frame generation. I was thinking like, nah, this is horrible, you know. But actually playing with it on, guys, I feel like it is pretty good technology. Like, it does feel really good, guys. Honestly, I do feel a little bit of a delay, but it's nothing too crazy. I feel it's like 50, maybe 60 ms. I'm not sure. Let me actually put my thing in the right. We're back. We're still on the same settings, guys. I'm just looking at the latency here and I'm just thinking, what the hell is going on? Set in 4K. We've got frame gen ×4. All the same settings as before, guys. And I'm just looking at that latency and it's just, I just can't believe my eyes, guys. Like 80 ms. That is a lot here, to be honest. That is a lot. 90 now. That's pretty high. Like the latency is pretty high here. I don't know. I think I don't feel that latency as much, just because I'm already getting a bit of latency when I have the capture card in. For some reason, it just feels a bit delayed anyway. So just adding that on, it doesn't really make too big of a difference. I think that's probably what it is. So usually I would feel the latency a bit more. So, but yeah, 80 is quite a bit, to be honest, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That's too much, honestly. That. Alright, guys, so we're back now with 1440p on. No DLSS, no frame gen, no ray tracing, and everything's on ultra here. Let's see the FPS that we're gonna hit here. Yeah, we're getting like 90 FPS here, around 90 FPS, which is not too bad. This is 1440p, so with no upscaling and anything. Oh, I'm already seeing a lot of shimmering going on here, guys. As you guys can see, I'm gonna zoom in for you here. Yeah, it's just not looking great so far. Really shimmery. It also doesn't scale too well because I am playing on the 4K monitor, so 1440p just looks a bit weird on this monitor. But the performance is not too bad. It's not blowing me away by any means, but it's not too bad. It's definitely better than the 40 FPS we were hearing in 4K before. But I'm seeing a lot of flickering, a lot of shimmering going on. It's not really... It doesn't really look good, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I wouldn't play on these settings if I was playing in 1440p with this card, so it definitely doesn't look good. We're using 10 gigabytes of VRAM here, 330 watts, getting absolutely chugged down. Yeah, I mean, it's not really nice, to be honest. I think you should enable DLSS in this game for the smoothness and also for the visuals. It just looks a lot better than native, I think. I could try DLAA out and all that. Actually, do you know what? I might actually try DLAA in a second. See if it's going to look any better. Yeah, I'm just going to put it on now. Try DLAA later. Right, let me apply here. So we're playing with DLAA on here. And that's it, basically. So no frame gen, anything like that. No ray tracing. High settings here. Okay, so it seems to be about the same performance here, and it looks, to be honest, I don't know if I would say it looks a little bit better, but it's still shimmery as hell. So I don't know, just having enough. It's basically about the same, honestly, guys. It maybe looks a bit sharper, but it's still shimmery as hell. So yeah, that DLLA really doesn't make it look any better, I would say. It doesn't really blow me away here, to be honest with you guys. And I don't know why. It's like, I've noticed that when ray tracing is enabled, the shimmering basically goes away. So I don't know why. I said that before, but I don't know why it goes away, really. I don't know how it helps, but it does seem to help here. So yeah, I don't know. It's just insane, honestly, guys. But right, I'm just gonna put DLSS on quality here quickly. Let me put DLSS on quality, and let's have a look at FPS now. It's the same exact settings as before. Okay, and we're getting way more performance now. So we're getting 150 FPS here with DLSS and quality, guys. It's still shimmering though, I have to say. It's still shimmering. We are going to try ray tracing in a minute just to see if that shimmering does go away again. But 150 FPS is really good, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not disappointed with this performance here. So 150, 160, and also this is in the Dogtown area, so it's just really intense in this area. So in the other areas of the game, it should be even more. So pretty good, guys. Honestly, using around nearly 9 gigs of VRAM here. Nothing too crazy. 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, it's just nothing crazy here, to be honest. Alright, let me put that ray tracing on and let's see if that shimmering goes away now again. I feel like it will. Fly. Same settings here. Alright, let me start. There you go. So we're getting 95 FPS here. Oh. Come on, mate. Keep driving. You're fine. You're fine, mate. Like I said before, the shimmering just went away, basically. I don't see it, guys. Do you see what I mean? Like, when you enable ray tracing, for some reason, shimmering goes away. Like, look at this. There's no shimmering in these bushes there. Nothing. And before, with no ray tracing, it was shimmering like crazy everywhere. And now I'm not seeing none of it. So, honestly, guys, if you know anything about this, let me know. This is the strangest thing I've ever seen. How does ray tracing fix shimmering? Like, genuinely, it still blows my mind. But look at this, guys. It's literally non-existent now. Literally, don't see none of it anymore. So you seem to fix it, basically. So if you guys don't want to have any shimmering in this game, just enable ray tracing. Makes sense. We're using way more VRAM now, so we're using nearly 12 gigabytes here. So, you know, it's using like basically 3 gigabytes more than it was using without. So ray tracing does use a lot of VRAM, as you guys can see. It's running pretty solid. Like I'm not feeling like stuttering or anything like that. It's running pretty smoothly, to be fair. So it's not bad with ray tracing on, without any frame gen at the moment. So it's pretty decent, actually. I have to say, it's pretty decent. Let's see if you can do path tracing. Show you the settings again. So DLSS on quality, no frame gen, path tracing on, and yeah, this is it, guys. Everything's on max here. Yep. We're hitting 68 FPS, guys. You know, there's nothing that blows me away, but it's still runnable without any frame gen. And this is the most intense area in the game, so you know, you can, if you don't play in this area too much, you could actually get away with these settings, I think. It's just sad that, you know, it's a 5080 and it's barely hitting 75 FPS here. But it's running, guys, so you know, it's alright. I guess it's alright. We're gonna see frame gen in a minute. Yeah, but it is dropping a little bit below 60, sadly, but there's nothing we can do about it. We're going to try that frame gen in a second. I'm just going to drive around a bit more around the city here, just to see if we get any more drops or not. I don't think we are. I think 54 is going to be probably the lowest we're going to drop to. 53 when I hit that car. Wow. Yeah, it seems to be pretty stable here, I think. Around 70 FPS. So, yeah. 17 gigabytes of system RAM used now as well. Wow. Like I've been saying in my videos, guys, 16 gigabytes of system RAM is just not enough anymore, is it? You need at least 32 now, so. If you guys are building a PC, make sure to have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Most games need it now. Right, let me pop some frame gen on here quickly then. Alright, guys, we're back now. So I've restarted the game. Still in 1440p here. DLSS on quality. Frame gen's on ×2 at the moment. We've got ray tracing and path tracing, whatever. Just everything's basically on max here with ray tracing. Ultra settings, guys. Let's have a little look here what we're going to get. Let me restart my FPS here. There you go. So we're getting 120 FPS now, guys. I've just let it load in a little bit here for a minute, so everything should be working perfectly fine now. So yeah, we're getting like 110, around 110, 120 FPS, depends on the area you're in. Outside of Dogtown, I'm thinking we're gonna get around 135. I've noticed that it's around 15 FPS more outside of Dogtown, so it's quite a big jump if you think about it. So yeah, just when you guys are playing around with your settings, just make sure that, you know, when you come into this area, you're gonna get, you know, above 60 so you can actually enjoy the game. But yeah, 12.5 gigabytes being used. Nothing crazy. It is going up slowly. So yeah, it's going slowly up. 16 gigabytes of system RAM still used. And this feels really smooth, guys, I have to say. Like, with FrameGen on, it feels really good, guys. I do recommend you popping on. If you do enjoy it, pop it on. You're going to get more FPS. Like I said before, you're paying for these features, so just use them. And yeah, it just feels great, guys, honestly. You know, it's kind of sad that we need to use FrameGen with this card, but it is what it is now at this point. I'm not seeing any shimmering going on, so it's pretty decent. Yeah, it's running pretty well, guys, honestly. ×2 is not too bad. It doesn't feel too laggy or anything like that, so it's probably because we were here in the above 60 FPS before. That's probably what it is. Because I've noticed when you use FrameGen, when you're like below 60, it doesn't really feel that good. But if you're above 60, you should feel pretty decent when you put FrameGen on, so yeah, it feels really decent, guys, honestly. I'm going to put ×4 on now. Quickly put ×4.
On your own fucking turf. That's it. Return to base.
There you go. Okay, so we're getting 220 FPS. What the hell? That's quite a lot. That's actually quite a lot of FPS here. I know it's fake frames, but still. I don't know what to say about the image. I think it changed a little bit, I would say. It changed a little bit. It doesn't, I would say it doesn't look as sharp as it did before. Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. It doesn't look as sharp as it did before. But we are getting way more FPS. But I think I would just play on ×2 probably. Yeah, I think I would just play on ×2 because you get the smoothness and you get the visuals too. It does kind of feel like it doesn't look as sharp for some reason. So I would say that, yeah, it does look like it. And also we're using 14 gigabytes of VRAM here. It's quite a bit actually. 1440p here. So it's using quite a bit here. Yeah, 200 FPS, guys. It's quite a lot here, to be honest. So depends what you guys are looking for. In this game, I would say you do want it to look as good as possible. So probably put it to ×2 and just enjoy it like that, because you're still getting quite a bit of FPS. So put all the bells and whistles on, and you should be fine. I think I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and let me know how I can, you know, improve in these videos. And also, I'm gonna get more RX 9070 XT videos out, so make sure to go and watch them, guys, if you guys are interested in that card. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Have a good one.